unscuffable.
No, I'm not.
Not immune to scuff.
Oh wait, wait.
Me.
Welcome everyone. Good morning, good evening, good afternoon.
Good
Just want
morning.
to say, oh yeah, you can go.
Oh, hi. Oops, sorry, I'm a bit late. You can
Just wanna.
introduce
Oh,
us.
you can. Yeah. Okay.
Okay, sorry.
Welcome to the round of 16 Mappool showcase of our newbie Mania tournament. I will be your commentator today, Poppy. With me is Anjali. Say hi.
Hello, everyone. We meet again.
Oh, just want to say congratulations to all the players who has survived in round of 32 and is gonna move on to this round. For those who got eliminated last round, it is okay. It happens. We will hopefully see you in future tournaments, but nonetheless, let's start our round of 16 Mappool, shall we?
Yep, let's start.
Streamer, please start. Wait.
We got a lot of good maps here. Starting off with Rice 1, Origami Angel. Wait, that's the artist. No offense. Sorry. The generic rice pick.
We have our generic rice. This map is a. You will clearly see a great step up in terms of difficulty now compared to round of 32. This map is 3 minutes long. It's 200 BPM. Of course, the star rating is not that much higher, but the actual difficulty, you will definitely feel that the map is definitely harder compared to the previous Mappool's Rice 1. This map's also quite long compared to last round. 3 minutes is around the time range we are going to be entering starting in round of 16, so it is going to test more of your consistency, and I can definitely see more mistakes happening.
Also a little bit of your stamina. This is purposely pulled for that. But the consistency is definitely not that much different from round of 32, I say. So we'll definitely see a lot of good scores in this. It's very consistent, even though it's a generic pick.
Yeah, this map is OD7. It's more of a regular rice pick. This is just simple like notes. You can see there was a little row there that can kind of challenge your accuracy a little bit, but if you manage to hit it, everything's all good. It's very simple, single notes into some doubles here and there. We are halfway through the map. This map is 2.4 star, I think.
Yeah.
It's not too bad of a rice pick. It's more of a test of how good your consistency is and how much can you hold your nerve, because again, this map is 3 minutes and 11 seconds long. So,
also your patience. I would assume if people are not used to playing 3 minutes map on a tournament, they might get a little bit tired or cocky. That make sure to not lose your accuracy near the beginning or get inconsistent. Though I doubt that.
That is the more of a tough part for this map. In terms of the speed, this is not too much faster compared to round 32, but I would say because of the length, I would expect a little bit of a lower score, a lower accuracy range from the players. As the map is gonna end in like 20 seconds maybe.
Yeah.
But it's more of a simple rice map. It's just faster compared to round 32. That's all.
And longer. Don't forget about that.
Yeah.
Just at least
having
double the length.
Yeah, it's like I think Rice 1 in round 32 is like under 2 minutes or around 2 minutes. Yeah.
I think it's flat 2 minutes.
That would be our Rice 1. This is No Offense, made by NZAR.
Yep. Now moving on to Rice 2. Hope the stream is doing fine.
Rice 2 is gonna be Connection. I don't know how to pronounce that name. It's fine.
I think it's just connection with a weird pronunciation.
Yeah. It's gonna be a more of a streamy rice pick. So like you expect more of a 1/4 notes here and there. So
Yep,
let's go on.
Start.
This map is OD 7.5. OD is a little bit higher compared to Rice 1. That's a little bit shorter though. It's only back to 2 minute range. BPM is 145, so we are expecting 145 jump stream or single stream here.
There's also a bit of kind of quote-unquote techie pattern that you would see in earlier stages of the tech. Well, the song at least indicates that, but it probably won't be a problem.
Starting off, this is more of a calm start. It's just, you know, there's some of these streams you could see there, which is also why this is a stream pick. But so far, it's a more of a calm part. But here we go. This is more 145. This is what we call a cut stream. So there's constant stream burst everywhere, but it's not continuous. There's stops at some point. Now we're into a second break part. So
Going into the simple doubles and jack. And going to the ki, I believe.
yeah, we are starting to see the difficulty getting a little bit higher and higher. More streams are coming in. Some singles falling by with some doubles. So this is where the test of rhythm really begins. Like, these streams do stop at some point, but it's not a very comfortable timing for you to like suddenly stop hitting the streams and then continue it afterwards. It's like more of a inconsistent cut streams because of the rhythm of the song, which is what makes this map a little bit more difficult than usual.
I would say compared to Rise 2, even though some people might assume this is not as hard because of the density, appearance of the density, but I noticed that a lot of people actually are more comfortable with consistent stream rather than cut stream. They might accidentally press too early or too late, which might be tricky for them.
As the map's gonna approach 900 combo, that is gonna end our Rise to This connection. Song by A2A4. This map is mapped by Lane. So,
Alright,
here we go.
now we're moving on into Rise 3, which is
Machine Gun Poem Doll, let's go. This
it
map,
is our mixed Rise pick.
let's go.
Alright, we can start now.
Oh. This is like a... Again, this has also 2 minutes. So we are going to be seeing less shorter maps compared to round 32 and round 64. Most of the maps, I would say, are above 2 minutes. Of course, there's still going to be some maps that are under 2 minutes, but you will see more longer maps that test more of your consistency compared to the earlier stages. This map is like more of a... This is a mixed Rise, right? There's gonna be more complex patterns for snapping. You can see like there's some 1-4s and 1-2s mixed up together. They are quite like over the place. It's like everywhere. But now we are into more of a small break part.
Now we're moving on to the jump streaming jack section. Going to the ki. This is similar pattern from before, the jump streaming with jack singles and a fourth snapping here and there. Nothing too complex.
It's definitely more complex compared to
Hybrid element.
Rise 2 and Rise 1. Like, these 1-4s are really tricky to hit when you think about it. We are into the last quarter of the map, and those like 1-4s can really trip you up, especially if you're not very comfortable with the song or the rhythm. And that can really ruin your accuracy if you're not careful.
Also, with a couple of the double tap, quote unquote, I see a lot of players struggling with that. So it might be a challenge for them.
But maps again, not that long, 900 combo. That is gonna end our Rise 3. This is Machine Gun Poem Doll, mapped by Auto Telegram.
Not too hard in my opinion. It's the easier quote unquote pick, probably.
Yeah, but let's move on to our 4th Rise, which will be our technical Rise.
Yep.
And get ready, we have Ekoro.
Koro. Very interesting map. Also the shortest one at 1 minute and 37 seconds.
This map is rather short. The starting is a little bit lower, so you may ask, wait,
Why is this in
This
round of
cannot be
16?
that bad, right? This cannot be that
Well,
bad, right? But
let's
let's see.
see.
If you know the song, this song is just, you
Insane,
know.
actually. Okay, let's start.
Go. This song consists of 1/5 and 1/7. There's also 1/3 and 1/4. There is actually every single snapping. If I remember correctly.
A very weird map to act.
Yeah, this if you want to get comfortable with it, you cannot. So
That's a very reassuring thing to say. I've also tried this map, and yes, it lives up to the tech name. It might give you some 300 or even 200. It's a very, um, how do you say it? Tricky map to ratio.
the amount of polyrhythm that is used in this song makes it really difficult to try to get good accuracy on, making it, I would say, it's like more of a technical thing.
Yes, this is the tech pick after all.
Those like mini triplet streams, they are like, you know, you need to be really comfortable and ready for them, or else you might drop a 200 or even a 100 if you're really not careful. This map is definitely not easy for the players who are not that comfortable with polyrhythms, which I can see a lot of players not being comfortable with these type of songs. So yeah.
And yeah, it'll be a bit tricky, especially with the short length. Every note counts.
Yep. So 600 combo, that is gonna be Rice 4. We are gonna move on to the LN, right? Is it the LN?
Yes, this is the LN. LN1. What is that?
Let's go. Jisho Mushuko. Oh wait, Mushoku. I can't speak.
All right, let's start the LN pick.
This is our LN. It's 120 BPM. OD is staying at 7.5, just like Rice 2 and 3. Star rating is much lower, but doesn't
it
mean
is the
it's
LN.
much easier. Yeah.
It's normal for the LN pick because, well, they're pretty infamous.
Starting off, it's just more of a simple LN, but you can see some like LNs overlapping now, like the long L1s with the shorter L1s paired together. That is what's making this map difficult to hold on.
They require a little bit of coordination, like finger coordination. Not too bad, still run of 16. We haven't pulled any insane LN, but it is a step up.
Yeah, 1 minute and 43 seconds. Again, this is not a very long map, but that also means any accuracy drops, any misses, even just a single 200 can really lower your accuracy. So you need to be really careful of that.
Especially the isolated LN, I could see a lot of players misjudge how long to hold that cost them to get a 200 even.
Definitely. But the map is thankfully not that long, so you won't suffer trying to release for this long. But even this ending, those L1s are releasing at very awkward times for new players, and I can definitely see some big accuracy drops in these maps. But that would be our L1 pick.
LN pick, very nice. Now we're moving on back to the hybrid. I mean, not back, sorry, just different skill set, hybrid now. Hybrid 1, a Tuyu song, Ama Moyo.
Yeah, we are gonna go on to Amamoyo. This is our LN1, I mean not LN1, hybrid 1. This is more of a generic hybrid, I would say.
Yes, this is the generic hybrid pick. Okay, we can start.
Again, 2.3 stars seems to be the range of star rating for this pool. That's 2 minutes and 33 seconds long. So it's more of a middle length map.
I would say this hybrid has a few good part of LN. It might be a selling point for those who enjoy more LN based hybrid, though this is a generic.
Those were some double L1s we'd see at the start of the map, but now we are more back to more of a rice part with some L1s for vocals, those type of things in this map. There's gonna be some of these triplet streams at 160 BPM, so that is also one of the more difficult parts of this map.
And release. There's a release element, which looks kind of hard actually. So be careful.
Yeah, those like releases are what's gonna ruin the rice players' act. So you need to be careful when you're
Not to
facing.
release word. That's the
Yeah.
important part because you will probably miss.
So if you're trying to beat your opponent with some L1s, Hybrid 1 is actually a great choice. Other than, of course, L1 1. Hybrid 1 is also... Compared to previous rounds, Hybrid 1s, this is more of a... There's more L1 complexity compared to round 64 and round 32 hybrids. So, take care of that.
It'll be kind of a trend as the round goes on. Obviously, other aspect will be harder too. But there are quite a few of LN.
This part, we are approaching the end of the map. More L1s are here now. So,
We're moving on
that
to the
is-
ending. The map is decently, not long, just middle of the ground, I would say.
why did you get a 200 there? Okay. With 1.1k combo, this is gonna end
Everything.
our Hybrid 1. This is, again, 2U song, let's go. This is Amamoyo, map by Lamy. And
Yes, trigger.
yeah,
You don't need to circle it. Let's just move on to Hybrid 2.
we have
This
Angel's
is-
Ladder.
Yep, this is the Rice bias or Rice dominant hybrid pick.
So we will be seeing less LNs compared to Hybrid 1, of course. Let's start. Let's go. This is gonna be Angel's Ladder by 12 Daddy. A very no mapper for MWC.
Very simple beginning.
There's some double LNs though, so it's not entirely Rice bias, but
Yeah.
there's still these double LNs. But of course, there is not as much complexity as LN1 or Hybrid 1. It's just double L1s with same releases.
Yeah, that's the big thing. The same releases is what differentiate them mostly.
There's also a lot of these cut streams like we saw in Rice 2, except it's less dense and fast. I mean, it's faster, but it's there's less of these streams. But there's some double L1s mixed in the way as well.
So it will definitely add into the difficulty a little bit compared to Rice 2. We're going to the break part here. Nothing much.
This is more of a smaller part. I mean, not small. What am I? Pretty smaller
Lower
part.
part.
Well, yeah, slower part. We have some LN releases, not releases, but LNs there. It's more of a break part, LN part. It's nothing too big of a deal. But we are
You
into
need
more of a
to
LN heavy part now, but it's not too like complex.
Yep. Now, similar part from the beginning. Double LM.
A lot of this map is just streams, and then it's gonna be some double LNs. They're like L1s and then rice and then L1s alternating. So that's what makes this a more of a rice bias hybrid, because the main difficulty still comes from the rice streams, which is why this is what we call a rice bias hybrid.
I also noticed there isn't much like single LN with rice element in between. It's rice or double LN, which is very interesting.
So yeah, that is our Hybrid 2 Angels Ladder by 12 Daddy. Let's go on to Hybrid 3, which will be a LN bias hybrid
This is where
with
the
an
LN.
MTU song.
Let's go.
Again, star rating 2.0, so it's lower, but because this is LN bias, the map is, I guess, lower in terms of star rating. Yeah.
Mania star rating in regards of LN is quite lower than Rice. At least the skill required doesn't show in the star rating.
OD 7.2, this map's 200 BPM, 2 minutes and a half long again. Again, like every single map, almost every single map is around 2 minutes now. So, again, tests more of your consistency.
Though OD 7.2 is a bit high for LN dominant. It might
Sure.
be more difficult. I mean, obviously, compared to other stage, but it is quite high for an LN dominant map.
A lot of these like LNs with some notes in between, you can definitely see the amount of LNs here is much more compared to Hybrid 1 and Hybrid 2. But so far the LNs are more of a simple LN things, I would say, but we will go on to more. Yeah.
The LN are there every single beat. You need to hold every time.
That's what making this map. And here we go. There's some LN released now.
It'll be interesting when that part comes.
If you're not comfortable with LNs, I do not recommend Hybrid 3 at all. Or if you're comfortable with LN and your opponent are not, then you can consider Hybrid 3 as well. Hybrid 1, Hybrid 3, and LN1 are all very good candidates for a more LN heavy pick, I would say.
Pick your poison, I guess, for the ban. If you're not comfortable with LN.
You need to know that now that we are in more of a... It's still early game stage right now. This is still first to 4, by the way. But you will definitely feel more LNs in these hybrid picks compared to round of 64 and round of 32. So you need to be careful of that.
Yep, it's one of the way to increase the difficulty without exponentially increase the star rating. So yeah, that's Hybrid 3.
Let's go on to Hybrid 4, which will be our tech hybrid.
Our technical pick. Alright, let's go.
We have a GZ map, which is always scary. We have Void of Altair.
Oh, GZ. I know that pick. Void of Altar.
Yeah, let's go. Star rating is 2.1, so it's a little bit lower compared to the Hybrid 1 and Hybrid 2, but I can assure you this map is not any easier. It's, again, 3 minutes long. It's, despite being only OD 6.8, you will feel the difficulty.
Difficulty in 3 minutes.
Yeah.
It's kind of similar with Rice 4, the tech pick, where the star rating isn't the main determining factor, at least. It's how the notes are arranged.
Look at those LNs at the beginning, though. This is also another very LN heavy map, I would say.
Yeah. It's a nice contrast to round of 32, where we see a lot of Rice. This one, we see more of a LN Mappool.
And look at the amount of LN releases that are much more complex compared to round 32, those are double L1s with different releases, or these like longer L1s into a shorter L1 together. Those are not easy to hit at all for newbies, I would say.
Players here, especially since they have spokenly dislike Ellen. But hey, you can. It might be a learning experience.
Even these more of a build up or rich sections, those L1s are definitely really difficult and really complex and really annoying to release on time, especially if you're not comfortable with them. Accuracy wise, you definitely need to be careful of that for sure.
And the 3 minutes, it's the second
Look at that
longest.
release there! Oh my.
Yeah, it'll be a very dangerous place.
And keep in mind, this time is 3 minutes, so we're not even over. We are only like 75% of the way in. Like, those are very complex rise rhythms as well. Like, I think they are 1/3.
I think so.
In some of those L1s again, it's just really difficult. What can I say?
And I've not seen a lot of break section. It's consistent in its difficulty. So, ooh, very scary pick.
If you're more comfortable with wacky L1 releases with somewhat good physicality, you can try to pick Hybrid 4.
A lot of choice to possibly win a point to your opponent.
If you're more into the L1 side, there are a lot of options here. Other than Hybrid 2, I think all the L1s and Hybrids are quite good candidates for trying to win through L1s. But yeah, that would be our Hybrid 4. Void of
And what's
Altair.
next?
Yeah. Let's go. We have our only custom.
Yep. Oh my god, who made it?
So let's go on to our custom tiebreaker, shall we?
First custom tiebreaker of the tournament, actually.
Yep. Let's go.
Okay, we're back. I think.
Yeah.
Oh my god, so cool, huh? The tiebreaker.
We have our custom tiebreaker
Yep,
mapped by Envily,
by
or
me. Hello, guys.
commentator. Yeah.
I hope you guys enjoyed it.
So that is gonna conclude our round of 16 Mappool showcase. Wow. That's great. Okay.
Hope you guys
So
enjoyed all of the map pools. We
Yep.
cooked hard.
yeah. Okay.
I'll let you
So
explain.
again, uh, the players watching right now, something you need to be careful of is there is gonna be conditional matches for the players in the losers bracket starting on this round. What this means is that you have to play at most 2 matches if you're in losers bracket. So this weekend you will play 2 matches. If you win the first one, then you have to play the second one. How this works is that there are gonna be conditional schedules. So each match there's gonna be a thing called round of 16 losers, round 1 and round 2. Round 1 is the usual matches. You just take a look at challenge, and you would see who you are fighting against. But if you go to challenge to the losers bracket part, you would see a second part of which is after you win or after your opponent wins, there's going to be another match that is also going to be played this weekend. That is what we call a conditional match. Why is it called conditional? It's because there are going to be 4 possibilities of who is going to face who, because there's going to be let's say a mini finals to grand finals type of thing. There's going to be 2 matches, and those 2 winners are gonna go on to fight each other. So for example, if we go to match 64, match 65 and 66. The winner of match 65 is gonna move on to losers round 2, and the winner of match 66 is gonna move on to a conditional match. And that conditional match can vary depending on which player wins. So if you look at main sheet, which would be updated soon, there are going to be matches called like a number. Let's say I don't know, I don't really remember the number, but it's going to be, let's say, like match 83A, 83B, 83C, 83D. You see A, B, C, D, don't be scared. Only one of those 4 letters would be played, and it only depends on who wins in the previous 2 matches that is played in the upcoming weekend. So I think more details will be explained in the announcement anyway. So you need to be careful. If you have any questions, of course, you can feel free to ask in the Discord server. But basically, for those players in the losers bracket, you have to play at most 2 matches. That is the most TLDR I can give you.
Yep. Good luck to anyone in losers bracket.
But yeah, definitely a step up in the difficulty for this round. So we will see if these players can hold on with the difficulty. I am looking forward to the players. They are indeed very strong.
Yep. Some of the players are actually very, very good.
But yeah,
It's very surprising. We've seen a lot of great performance, and we hope you can continue despite the increasing difficulty.
of course, that is basically it. Best of luck to the remaining players in this tournament. Yeah, that is about it. Stay tuned for the statistic sheets and the schedules and stuff. They will be posted and reviewed, or like they will be there soon.
Yep, we'll post the map packs as well. Don't you worry. All will be uploaded onto the Newbie Mania tournament server.
Yeah, that is gonna be the end of the stream. I am Poppy. With me is Envily. Yeah, that is it. Thank you everyone for staying around.
See you around.
Bye bye.
Bye.